today. I've been having such a time creating my YouTube videos at the beginning because I'm wiggling my camera and everything. I thought that I would just show my face to let you guys see what I really look like with a little glare in my eyes. I'm so sorry about that. But yeah, this is my art studio. It needs a little bit of reorganizing, but I'm comfortable in here and that I am happy in here. So today I'm going to work on my English cottage putz house, and I think I'll bind my January junk journal. I have some other things that I need to do offline. So I'm going to be busy arting today. It's really, really cold out. So welcome to my desk. Hi, Anina. Oh, Anina, I have your happy mail. It's in the other room. I'll have to run and get it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the happy mail. You just, you make me smile. Hi, Arlene. Hi, Teresa. Oh, it's good to see all of you. Okay, I'm going to switch my camera down, so you might see a little bit of wiggling because I'm going to put it, well, you can't see. I'm going to put it up above on my camera stand. So bear with me here. I have, you see the reflection of the, I have an light, and you see the reflection in my eyeglasses. I got sparkle in my eye. Okay, now I'm going to have to stand up because I am seated, and I'm going to have to flip the camera. There we go. And let me put it up on the stand. Zoom in. Zoop. And plug it in. Now it says I need to rotate it. Okay. I flipped that. Now, if you guys will give me a minute, I'm going to run and get Anina's happy mail. She sent me happy mail, and I've been meaning to show it, and I keep forgetting it's out there by my recliner. Let me run and get it. I have to move the cart out of the way here. I'll be right back. I have it in my hands. I've got to move my cart back behind my chair. I like having this cart behind my chair. It's just one of those little project carts, but it holds all the stuff that my desk gets so crowded. Okay, hold on here. Let me get on my tablet and come into my streams. There I am. It says I'm alive. It says I'm alive. Welcome. Hi, Becky. Welcome, Miss Becky. Becky, I need to catch up with your videos. I didn't get Dee Dee watched this week. I tell ya, I've been. Let me adjust my chair. No. All right. All right, I'm here. Now let me adjust my camera a little more here. Doop, doop, doop. And maybe zoom in just a teensy bit. How is that? How is that? we're going to work on my English cottage putz house. I had to dig my arboretum out from fell over the cliff. But I'm going to put some, I was thinking I'd put a couple planters and maybe a flourish or something up above here. I'm not quite done with that. I want to decorate it a little more, but, and I'm going to bind this. So that's on the plate. I think I'm going to bind it with this gold crochet thread. I'm going to do the Coptic style. But let's go ahead and open Anina's Happy Mail. She sent it clear from Switzerland. Let me set this aside. So, Anina, thank you so much. Let's see, is my desk a little crooked here? Is that a little better? I'm still adjusting things. Look at this wonderful washi tape. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool washi tape? So I think I want to get into this. Well, it's got a little tear there, so I think I'm going to, I want to make it like a page that I can put in my journal. So I'm going to open it this way, and that way I can keep that that washi tape. Well, I'm very careful when I open my Christmas presents. And let's do this side. There. Now let me see. Let me cover up the addresses. Here's the front of it. I'm waiting for my camera to... So she's got a beautiful sticker there. So let's open this up. Oh, wow. This is a... Oh, I see. This must... It's reversible almost because she's got beading on here. Oh, how cool is this? This must be the back. But it almost is... It's almost reversible. That is cool. This will make a nice, I think I would think of this as a closure. I really do like that. Thank you, Anina. And let's see what she has here. Oh, she's got some Swiss Post. Oh, stamps. How cool is that? Oh, Anina, thank you. And then, oh, look at this. Oh, wow. Is she, it looks like she's opening Happy Mail. It looks like she's opening Happy Mail, of course. And what is she holding in her hands here? It looks like a, oh, it might be, I want to say, it could be a crochet hook or maybe a knitting needle. I don't think it's tatting. It's hard to tell what she's, I'll hold it up close. Hopefully you guys can see that. No? Too close, Meri. Wait. There. Stop. Come this way a little. What is she holding in her hand? I'll probably get it out of focus. Go up a little. Whoops. I don't know. You got it at the museum. Well, Now it looks like she's got either a bag of potatoes or a bag of yarn there at the corner. Oh, I'm out of frame. Hold on. Oh, let me stand up because I can't see what I'm doing. I'm sitting down and trying to find the right in here. Is that a bag of yarn or a bag of potatoes? If that's a bag of, I would think that's maybe yarn because it could be potatoes and she could be peeling a potato over here, or it could be yarn and she's working on needlework. Let's see what it says on the back. It says, "Hello, Meri. I hope my letter arrived safe. Inside is one shoe, maybe for a fabric journal." Oh, is this a shoe? Where did it? Oh, it is a shoe. It's a slipper. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I love that. Now I see it. I see it. I was actually seeing a closure. It could still be a closure, you know, like using your foot to hold down the papers that are flying. Oh, I love that. An old used Swiss stamps. Thank you so much for these. And a craft after the YouTube channel, Treasure Books. Oh, can send the exact link. Greetings from Switzerland, Anina. And this is all in Swiss, so it's not in English, so I can't read the description of it. I could probably find an interpreter online and see what this is describing. Wow. Oh, I love this. And look. This is from Treasure Books. This is from Anina watching Treasure Books, I think. I was just talking about Treasure Books in my last stream on, was it Sunday? Yeah, today's Tuesday. I was on really late and Randy Rabbit popped in and she wanted to know about Coptic stitching. And I told her that I followed the video at Treasure Books. Let's see if I can get in here. Did you create this, Anina? Oh, wow, this is so cool. Let's see if I can get here. There we go. Carefully open it up. And I think I'm going to fold these stickies in on themselves. And let's see, I think it opens this way now. Oh, that may have been a mistake here. Yeah. Now you can fold it in on itself. And let's see what she has done. Oh, I love this. Look at that bee. Am I holding it so you guys can see it? Maybe up a little. Wow. And then it opens up. Oh, it's a little booklet type thing. Oh, wow. Oh, does this open up then? Oh, it opens up into a letter. A glad and joyous Easter. And this is part of the paper in here. The print is a part of the paper. I'm pretty sure because I can't read it. It looks like it's in Swiss. Oh, how cool is that? And then you open it up. Oh, wow, look how it opens. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, wow. How cool is this? And does it open up again then? It does. Wow. Oh, that is so neat. And then it opens like that, but I don't think that's meant to open up. I think it's just meant to open like this. How cool is that? Oh, Anina, thank you so much. I'll have to do something for you. I don't know if I can match it, the quality. Excellent artwork, Anina. Thank you so much. You saw this by the video Treasure Books. Yeah, I do watch her. Thank you. I do not deserve you guys. I do not deserve you. My desk needs a little cleaning here. But I am going to work on the English Cottage Putz house today. And I think what I'm going to do is build the bricks on the, put these two together. I think they'll go like this. And then on the, I'll probably, well, I think I'll put the bricks on the outside. I'm going to have bricks. I'll have to cut windows and doors. And I'm going to do that and paint the inside. And that might be as far as I get with this today. I'll have to figure out where I want to put windows and doors on this. So I'm going to be working on this, but let me reset my chat filter and come in and out and welcome everybody. Penelope's here. Welcome everybody in. Anina, thank you so much for the happy mail. Arlene says, Anina, but time flies, so it will be Easter in a flash. It really will. Gosh, March is right around the corner. When is Easter in March or April this year? I'm coming back later. You have a bad connection. Okay. That'll be fine, Anina. Let's see. April 20th. So it's a couple months away. Today is what, the 18th. So March, April, about 2 months away for Easter. That'll give me time to work on some postcards. Let's see. Arlene is here. Dar is here. Good morning, Dar. It's good to see you. Becky is here. Arlene is here. Dar, Arlene, Anina. Legia. Hi, Legia. She's got that cute little icon out there. I see the hand, but what is the face on that icon? I need magnifying glasses to read it off of my tablet. Legia was in our membership chat last night. I don't know. I was wondering if, because I couldn't get to sleep after I signed off last night, and I was up pretty late, but the alarm went off at 3:30, and I got up about 4:45 this morning. I'm amazed that I got up. I'll probably be taking a nap. It's really cold here, you guys. It's really sub-zero weather here. It is -8. Brr. It was colder than that. It's starting to warm up. Let's see what the weather's going to be like today. I canceled all the appointments that we had this week, except for my law book I'm going to do those on Friday. Hopefully it'll warm up by Friday. So sunrise is -9, -8, -6, -3, -2. Oh, it's going to be 0 at 5 o'clock. And then it's going to go down again. At 6, it's going to be -2. And then it's going to get really cold again tonight. -5. Not quite as cold. Let's go to the weather. I want to see what it's going to be like on Friday. Let's go to the 10-day. -8. Brr. No, I don't need that. Let's see. All the ads. Thursday, Friday, it's going to be 22. Partly cloudy. So I can take 22, 37. Sunday, it's going to be up to 45. Monday, it's going to be 51. Tuesday, it's going to be 59. Whoa! It's going to get warm next week. Spring is on its way. Oh, let's see. Did I miss saying hello? I stopped at Legia. Teresa's here. Hi, Teresa. Anina, Arlene, Teresa. I think that's as far as I can go up. Good morning, everybody. Arlene says, I remember when we lived in Wyoming and western Nebraska, getting above 0 was a cause for celebration. Well, it's been colder here. I have to say, it's cold now. It's like a -8. But I bet you if you scroll back a couple years on my posts tab, you would see where it was a -25. I remember that. I don't think it's going to get quite that cold this year. But -8 is cold enough. Hi, Nessie Palette, Diane. Welcome in. It's good to see you. Okay, I think I've welcomed everybody. So let's go ahead and start. And I found I deconstructed a book last night, and I think I'm going to use this probably in the back. This is part of the spine, but I love the texture on it. And on those pictures that I've been looking at, it has kind of a stucco. One of them have kind of a stucco, and then I'm going to cut out little cardboard bricks. But I have to figure out where I'm going to put my windows. Let's see, I think my pattern is in here. And this is for the theft roof. I don't know if I'll get to the roof today. Okay. I think this will be enough because I got some cardboard over here for the bricks too. So what I want to do is both tape and, whoops, got to get it right, Mary. Tape and I think I'll use tacky glue on here. Tape and tacky glue. And my desktop needs to be cleaned anyway. I need to clean this, so I'm not going to get out a wax paper. Yeah, we're staying home today. I canceled my brother's doctor appointments. I said, of course, that's for tomorrow, but still, it's going to be cold tomorrow, too. Then it's going to get warm next week. Yay. All right, so I'm going to put a piece of tape here. And then I'm going to use both tape and tacky glue on this. And this is going to be an English cottage. I was thinking, now let's set this aside. Let me get out another sheet of paper. Do I have to stand up and go get it? Or do I have some out here? Here, I'll use this. What I want to do is make a list, and I was thinking last night of all the different houses let's see, I think I'll do it like this. So, and just, this is going to be houses list. So far I have the, I don't know what to call this, a Swiss. Does this look Swiss to you? I don't know what, I don't really have a name for this. This one is an arboretum. And of course I'm going to spell it wrong. And that's for February. No, that's for January. Hi, Beth Schuler. A chalet. Oh, thank you, Diane. That's perfect. A chalet. A chalet. Thank you, Diane. I love it when you guys help me out like that. And this was for December, last December. And for February, I'm doing an English cottage. Now, let me finish writing this. February. This is 12/24. This is 1/25. And this is 2/25. So I was thinking, there's sod house. Now I'm thinking prairie here because we're kind of in the Nebraska prairie. Log cabin. Townhouse. If you guys can think of any, put them down. I'll write them down. And I was thinking I'd put a teepee, an Indian teepee, and an Eskimo igloo. And I'm not quite sure. It will have to be circular. And I suppose I would have to dome it, make a dome. That might be an interesting concept. I suppose I could do it curving, like some angled triangles, strips, and make a, I'm not sure, how do those Eskimos get a dome out of all those blocks of ice or snow or whatever they use? Tree house. Oh, I love that. Who said that? Beth Schuler. Of course, a tree house. I love that. What else? A teepee. I got the teepee. Log cabin. A condo. A condo. I might have to do like an apartment building, because a condo is kind of inside of another larger building. A barn house. Somebody converted their barn into a house. That would work. I need another one. Oh, I was thinking like a, the townhouse would be brick. I was thinking like a large brick, like you would see in London. But how about, what do they call their homes in China and Africa and Hawaii? Are they the little huts? I'm going to put a Hawaiian hut. Spelling Hawaiian wrong. A hut. And Africa, what would African be? An earthship house. An earthship house? I'll have to look that up, see what that looks like. An earthship house. Are you thinking like a space type thing? Brownstone. That's, yeah, I like that. Brownstone. Oh, colonial too. Colonial style. a brownstone. And boy, I could have I want to hang these on the Christmas tree. I might have to get my own Christmas tree. Let's see, what else? Let's keep going until we run out of thoughts. What would they be in Africa? Oh, a trailer, double wide trailer. Yeah, that works. I could do that. Airstream. Those two might kind of go together. Excuse me, I have to get a drink of water here. An A-frame. Wait. Airstream. An A-frame. And just a regular farmhouse. White wood. Farmhouse I can handle. I might. The teepee and the farmhouse were things I was thinking of doing. Tiny homes. Tiny houses. Tiny homes. What is over in Japan and China? What do they call their houses? A sea box house. A Victorian, yes. A Victorian, and I'm going to put Queen Anne here. I could probably, Queen Anne and bungalow. A bungalow. Hi, Giovanna. Welcome in, Giovanna. It's good to see you. What is a castle? What is that, Beth? Castle. I'm going to write it down. I don't know what it is. And sea box house. Oh, is that castle? Is a sea box house and a castle the same thing? I don't know. Hi, Kimberly. Welcome in, Miss Kimberly. We are... Oh, it's different? Okay, sea box house. Is that an actual type of house? Sea box house, or are you saying to see it? Kimberly, we're making a list for my putz houses. I'm working on the English cottage this morning, but I thought I'd make a nice little list to work from. 26. African mud house, Arlene says, or Rondeville, Crowell, Mockborough, and Hile. Sea box container houses. I've never heard of those. Sea box container. Oh, like a container. I think of a container being a storage container. Sea box container homes. Huh. Kimberly says, I just got back from the grocery store. Lordy, they said we're getting a foot of snow. Oh my goodness. You're getting our weather. It's minus a -8 this morning here, Kimberly. We got our snow. I think our snow floated on. I think there's supposed to be some more coming. But then next week it's going to get up. It's going to get warm next week, so our snow isn't going to last long. I'm already dreaming of planting flowers, mowing the lawn. Kimberly says she's stocked up and in for the week. I don't blame you. You just hibernate and do art, Kimberly. She says it's coming from your house. And that, your house, I'm going to do our house. The one that my brother's house. And I could do childhood homes, because I pretty much remember most of them. Childhood homes. Now, after I graduated from high school and went off, I lived mostly in apartments, so I can't really count those. I think I have an condo apartment here, building. Homestead. Homestead. Dar says, a foot, yikes. I thought it was just 6 inches. The Princess Dog Child won't be happy about that. A yurt. A yurt. A yurt. What culture is a yurt? I want to think that it's like Asian. A tiki. Thank you. Tiki. Tiki would be Hawaiian. What did I put down? I put Hawaiian in here someplace. Hawaiian hut would be a tiki. Thank you. Beth. Indian. I've got teepee. But now what kind of homes do they have over in India per se? Do they have a cultural home, or is it just, oh, and adobe, an adobe house like Southwestern. Hi, Joyce Maureen, welcome in. Hello, hello, hello. We're doing a list of houses. I guarantee you I will not get all of these done. This is that Crayola paper. And look, it's not soaking through my Crayola paper. I think I'm going to get some more of this Crayola paper. I could have done my postcards on the Crayola paper. Yeah. I started doing postcards on that 65-pound bond for Astrobrite paper, and my pen soaked through, but the pen's not soaking through here. I'm going to get some more of this. This would be nice to write on. They should sell it in reams. Diane says she gives up and makes a cup of coffee. I had my coffee. A yurt is a portable house used all over the world. Portable house. I'll have to look them up. Portable house used all over the world. All over. Thank you, Becky. I still think of, Chinese homes. I think of them having those kind of fancy-dancy, or Japan has the kind of like this, the sliding doors and the pillows on the floor, but I can't visualize. I'd have to look it up to see what a Japanese. I'm just going to put Japanese, and then I'm going to look up Japanese and Chinese, or these I want to look up. Asian. Chines. Did I miss the African ones? Castel. What? I don't know what Castel is either. Castel. I think I missed that. I'll have to look some of these up. Hi, Angie Brown. How are you doing? How are you doing this morning with your eyes? A pagoda. A pagoda. Yes. Thank you. One more and then we'll quit. We'll be at 35. That'll be all I can handle. I got farmhouse. Oh, a castle! Of course. We have to have a castle. A library. Oh, we're not quitting. A library. Well, then we could do the grocery store. And I'm thinking like a general store, 37. We could do a general store. Oh, wouldn't it be fun to do all of these? a general store and a grocery store. And of course we have to have a school. I got 37, 38, 39. A schoolhouse. New list. Village building. New list time. Village building. Yeah. Joe said a jailhouse. Good suggestion. We could do our little Harvard jailhouse. It's on the map. It was sold a few years ago, many years ago, to Howdy Doody. Howdy Doody bought our Harvard jailhouse, and it became a funny thing here. They sold it to the man who, and they actually sold it to, I think it was to the man who was created Howdy Doody. But anyway, Howdy Doody owned at that time, I think they bought it back or something, the Harvard jailhouse. I love it, the jailhouse. A house of cards. You guys are very creative. A house of cards. House of cards. So I would have never thought of all of these. A gas station. I miss Joyce's gas station. Couldn't you see the old pumps being out in front of it? You guys probably see the new pumps, but I'm thinking those old round pumps with the glass globe on them. What else? Did I miss anything else? Becky says, new list time of village buildings. We got the school, we got the library. Well, we could do a community center, but do we have barn? I think we have barn. I think I put barn on here. Barn house. We could just do a regular barn as a barn. A house for the cows. An outhouse. Joe has his thinking cap on this morning. An outhouse. Joe put on his thinking cap. It's too early in the morning to think. Quilt yard shop. Oh, yeah. A local, we call it the LNS stores, local needlework stores, but I'm going to put / quilt store, of course. There's all sorts of stores we could put. Hi, Cynthia. Welcome in. Kimberly says, hello, Joe. Dara says, Meri, that could be your society of idea collectors called houses. Yes, it could. It could. We'll put this in my society of idea collector. Once I get it, I tape the new cardboard on it, what, Friday? So once I get it, I have to find, I was thinking that I would put a canvas, because I've got some art canvas backing on it, but before I do that, I could sew. I have to see if I can sew through that canvas. I think I have canvas that is a lightweight canvas, probably more of a painter's cloth thing, and then I have real artist canvas that's probably heavier and thicker that you would gesso and paint on. A food pantry, an orphanage. Meri, look above how my eye is doing. Okay, Angie, I gotta go check out Angie's eye. An antique store. Antique store. I could see that being a little city building with all of the antiques out in front. House of Cards, Aunt Beck. Angie says, Meri, I'm doing okay. I don't have to wear that patch anymore at night. And it reduces the eye drops. It's still swollen a little. Aw, but you are healing, Angie. And that reminds me, please keep Goldie, Stephanie, Goldie, her name is Stephanie. Please keep her in your prayers today because she is having surgery today. And she's having some type of surgery done on her face. I think it's to remove a tumor, but I'm not real sure exactly what's going on. So just remember her in your prayers because when she described it to me, it sounded very scary. So keep her in your prayers that the procedure would go well and that she would have a rapid and successful healing. Let's see, did I miss any more? I got gas. Did I got gas station? House of Cards, antique store. Oh, a birdhouse, of course. A birdhouse. We can't forget the birdhouses. Beth, you have your thinking cap on this morning, too. Homeless shelter. Tent City, a homeless shelter. We could put some little homeless creatures out. Well, they would probably be in, but they could be around, the little homeless creatures. People, not creatures. Homeless, what'd you call it, shelter? It makes you think of all the ways, because when I was thinking, I never even dreamt of this many. I got probably 10, maybe 12 in my head last night, but I was thinking how interesting it is of all the unique ways that we take shelter. You know, a home's primary purpose is to shelter you from the wind and the snow and the cold and the blow and the heat. But also it's a shelter, protective, you know, like it's your castle, it's your domain, it's where you live, it's your home. Food pantry, Becky says. Food pantry, of course. Boy, I'm going to have to get a 6-foot tree. Arlene says, Beth, we have an old cobbler shop, and it has decorated so cool. So we could put a cobbler shop and put some shoes in the window. I mean, you could just go on and on and on. Cobbler shop. I kind of like the village houses too. How about a garage? We don't have just a regular, I want to say, a garage that would be connected to your home versus a garage station. A garage home. And how about a gazebo? And I'm spelling this stuff wrong. I'm just sounding it out. A doghouse. Oh, yes. You guys have your thinking caps on. A doghouse, a hen house, and an outhouse. Joe beat you to the outhouse, Dar. But the hen house, that's a good one too. A hen house. Arlene says, my crafter prayer list is getting quite long. Our community has a lot of needs. It really does. There are a lot of things going on with our health. I mean, if it isn't our kidneys, it's our eyes. If it isn't our eyes, it's our feet. Or if it isn't our feet, it's our back. And I was thinking last night, my mother used to always say, and this is a common saying, getting old is not for sissies. It's not for sissies. And I mean, you can take care of your health and still our bodies just, they wear out as we get old. Hi, Bunny. Welcome in, Bunny. It's good to see you. Oh, Angie said a prayer for, thank you, Angie. Let's read that. It says, Dear Heavenly Father, please be with Stephanie as she goes through surgery this morning. Be with her family, also be with Diana's family, and be with all of us. In God's name I pray. Amen. Oh, thank you, Angie. That was a sweet prayer. I love it when you guys pray for each other. And even if you're not of a faith, you know, a prayer can be sending out good thoughts. I don't, you know, I'm a Christian and I believe in prayer, but I also believe in being tolerant of, especially in an art stream. Not everybody has a Christian faith, but a lot of us do. And I am so grateful for those of you who keep others in our group in prayer. I believe in group prayer. You know, the Bible says Mary's going to get up on her preacher stand, but the Bible says where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there am I in the midst of them. And I think the Lord hears group prayer. Well, he hears your prayer too, solo prayer from yourself, but you know, when we all get together and especially praying for others and their needs, I think that's one way that we can contribute to the good of the good in the world. There's a lot that we don't have control over. We can't control the weather. We can't control, you know, a lot of things in the news that we hear, all the bad news. We can't control that, but we can control our thoughts. We can, if you don't believe in prayer, you know, think good thoughts. I'm sure that people who don't believe in prayer still believe in thinking good of others. So Mary's speaking out her words here. Oh, and how about putting a church down? What I went from 49 to 30. These are 50s. 55 would be a church. We don't have a church. A church or a cathedral. That cathedral might be kind of hard, but a little white church would be one. All right, I'm off behind the pulpit, off of my pulpit now. A she shed, of course. A greenhouse. Well, the greenhouse, I had the arboretum, but I could do a real, this is 55, 56. I'm going to put down greenhouse because I want to go back in and do a rectangular type greenhouse with the glass walls. Only not glass, but let's see. A she shed. A she shed, of course. I love that idea. 58 would be a train station, a planetarium. Oh my gosh, I can't keep up with you guys. A train station, a planetarium, I had another thought here with the she shed, and I lost it in my jabbering. A train station, a bus station. Mary, I'm not old. I know, Angie, you're very young. You're probably one of the young. You and Allie Kay are probably some of the youngest members we have here. Of course, you're not old. A bus station. How about an RV? That's kind of a home to some people. Diane says, little boxes on the hillside, little boxes made of ticky-tacky, little boxes on the hillside, little boxes, all the same. There's a green one, and a pink one, and a blue one, and a yellow one. Aww! Little boxes on the hillside, Diane says. Little homes. Yeah. I hate to say a mall. An animal shelter. I think, didn't Becky say that? A doghouse, hen house, a homeless shelter, a food pantry. Maybe I missed it. An animal shelter. Hi, Jacqueline. Good morning, lady. Jacqueline, a mansion. A mansion. Of course. Gotta have a mansion. Jacqueline has a sale coming up this Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss it. I will be there. I've set up to go get those law books at Friday at 1:30, but that's not going to take me until I might. You start at 4 Eastern, which is 3 Central. I might come in like 4 or 4:30 Central. It'll take me a little time to get those books, but it isn't going to take me all evening. They're saying hello to Jacqueline. If you put your link in, I will pin it. Arlene says, I don't need a she shed. I live alone in a she home. There are crafts in every room. Yeah, I have to kind of watch where I extend out my craft room. I did get some stuff cleaned up yesterday, but still I have stuff. I had a whole bunch of boxes out in the dining room a year or so ago, and I finally got all those sorted out. But I'm thinking now what I'm going to do, these boxes behind me, I think it was, who was it? It might have been K3N Cloth Tales, who said, only keep out what you're working on and put the rest away. And what bothers me the way it is now is I can't get to my bookcases behind me. And a lot of those boxes behind me, I'm not using. I want it. It's good stuff, and I'll use it when I get to it. So I think what I'm going to do is take it upstairs. But I'm not taking it upstairs in the same sense of some of that other that, I want that other, but it's not for even immediate use or it's more long-term use. And I have a lot of what I took upstairs inventoried, so I might inventory this a different way. Instead of saying U for upstairs 1, U2, U3, I might put next. Next 1, next 2, next 3. Something that where I know that what I put in there is things that I'll probably use next. Jacqueline, did you put a link in? Yes, she did. Oh, Arlene put it in. Let's pin Arlene's message. There you go. Her sale is Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern. Jacqueline, can you tell us what you're selling Friday? Tell us what's on set, what's going out. I got the log house. It's a song, Mary. Little Houses on the Hill. It's a song. Little Boxes on the Hill. Let me write that down. Little Boxes. I'll have to look it up. On the Hill. Hillside. Hillside. Little boxes made of ticky-tacky. Little boxes made of ticky-tacky. Little boxes on the hillside, little boxes all the same. Little boxes on the hillside. little boxes all the same. There's a green one and a pink one. And a blue one and a yellow one. And a blue one and a yellow one. Aww. Animal shelter, we got that. A mansion. Hi, Jacqueline, I don't need a sea shed. We're saying hello to... I got the tent, Angie. Well, I've got a teepee. We could put like a camping tent, a camper, and a camping tent. Emerald and marigold. Oh, wow. Perfect for spring. Marigold really has my eyes lit up at marigold because I want to do a sunshine journal. Emerald and marigold. Oh, wow. I can't wait to see it, Jacqueline. Log house. I have that. Hi, Cheryl. It's good to see you. Boathouse. How can we forget a boathouse? And I know I was thinking of those African houses. What do they call that? Let's see. Let me write this. Boathouse. That they put up on stilts. A house on stilts. I don't know what it's called other than that. A house on stilts. You know, they have the poles and the water flows beneath it. Cheryl, it's good to see you. How are you doing? She says, good morning or good afternoon, everyone. How are you doing, Cheryl? How's your health? Let's see. Jacqueline says, so much stuff. Emerald and marigold is the featured colors, but I'll be having other colors and a sewing journal kit. Oh, cool. And paper with sewn edges with tabs and trims, playing cards and note papers and napkins. Oh, that's a sale not to be missed. I might rush home. If I don't get there at 3 o'clock, it'll all be sold out by the time I get there. Whatever the list is for, it sounds fun. We are making a list of houses. Cheryl, I've been doing since December. This is the one I made in December. These little putz houses. Kimberly got me started on this. And they're called putz houses. Well, let's put putz house on here. Well, these will all be putz houses, but I'm going to put putz house. They're German in nature. Decorations, little cardboard, paper, and mine will hang on the Christmas tree. I think they're made for in Germany. And Kimberly, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they were made in Germany to hang on the tree. And so we're going to call this a chalet now. I couldn't think of a word, and someone in here said chalet. And this is an arboretum. And I'm still going to put some plants on the outside of this. So this one still needs to be decorated. So what we're doing is making a list of houses that I can make little houses. And I'll be lucky if I get one done a month. I'm working on the English cottage this month. Let's see. A diner. A cat house. We're at 71. A cat house. I have to think how a cat house would look. I think of a cat tree. a diner. A diner. I love the idea of doing the diner, a 50s diner. A beach box house. Beach box here. An ice house. An ice house reminds me of an igloo. A beach box here. Are you talking about a house like a tent? You know, those kind of they're used to. I know when Rosemary did her swimming, she did beach beauties, bathing beauties as a caboodle, and she had these kind of tents, beach homes that the ladies would run into to change. I'm going to put beach houses, beach box houses. Cheryl started out as a list of putz houses, but it morphed into a Society of Idea Collector list. It did. We're at 74 now. A firehouse. See? A firehouse. That has to go on there. A firehouse. How can we forget a firehouse or a fire station? Kimberly says, it's the Pinterest fault, not mine. Kimberly found all these putz houses on Pinterest and said, I'm working on a putz house. And Meri said, what's a putz house? And the rest is history. Cheryl says, I'm great, Meri. I'm waiting for it to warm up. Yeah, well, you might have to. Although we're at a -8 this morning, and it'll be cold the next couple days, but it's going to be 22, I think, on Friday, I think I saw. And then next week it's going to warm up. It's going to get up into the 50s next week, the middle of next week. So it goes whoop, droop, whoop, droop. And those poor little spring flowers don't know whether to come out or stay in. A gingerbread house? Well, nobody said a gingerbread house yet. A gingerbread house. Of course. Thank you, Cheryl. Becky says, my grandmother called a brothel a cat house. Oh, dear. I don't know if I'm going to put brothel on the list, Becky. Although it would be fun to kind of poke fun at it. To kind of poke fun at a brothel. And put these sexy ladies out in front of it. And cowboys gawking at them. A guest house. A guest house. A bed, which reminds me of B&B, a bed and breakfast, a house, a bed and breakfast. And am I running out of space? Look, we filled this whole sheet. I was going to quit at 30-something. I was going to quit over here at 35. We doubled the list. Bed and breakfast. I can get 80 on here. This style on pilings, water runs through the bottom, a beach box. Oh, that's interesting. The style on pilings, water runs through the bottom, a beach box. Well, I wrote down beach box. Beach box. I'll look it up so I can see what it looks like. A coffee house. Oh, wait. I need another piece of paper. I wonder if I got any more of that Crayola paper. I really like that Crayola paper to write on. I'm going to get some more because, look, it doesn't soak through. My pen does not soak through that Crayola paper. I'm going to get some more of that. I looked for it the last time I was at Walmart and I couldn't find it. I might have to order some. That might be something to try to eco-dye on, Jacqueline, Crayola paper. Or you know, for journaling, eco dye journaling. I'm reaching in here to see if I can find some more Crayola paper. Is that it? No, that's cardboard. That's copy paper. Now, where did it go? That's a journal, magazine. Here we go. This is good to write on. Crayola paper. Well, I made a discovery this morning. I really do like for writing my lists and things. I might put some of this in the altered book that we're doing in the Diggity Creators group, because look at, I could write dark, and I wrote on both sides. I'm very happy. And it's fairly thin. Is this the same? Well, we'll see. I think it's the same thing. It might be a lighter tone. They did Colors of the World. I'm going to have to look up for more Crayola paper. All right, I'm ready for 80. And I left off with bed and breakfast. Let's see, coffee house. I got guest house, so I need a coffee house. Like a little Starbucks type thing, a drive-up coffee house. What is a B-I-E-R house? What is that, B-I-E-R house? I don't know what that one is. I'll write it down. Was that a typo or B-E-I-R house? Is that like beer? Like a saloon? I'm going to put saloon on a different, like the Old West saloons. And that's all she wrote. A roadhouse is a restaurant. The roadhouse is a restaurant. Do I have a roadhouse here? What number was roadhouse? Farmhouse, bungalow, sea house, child, log cabin, tree house, general store, schoolhouse, jailhouse, house of cards. You guys are very creative. I would never have thought of all of this. Well, it might be a duplicate, but I'm going to put Roadhouse Restaurant. Roadhouse Restaurant. Like you're on the interstate and turning off and having a meal. The mortuary. And little coffins. Gotta get that mortuary in there. We're leaving in style. We're leaving this world in style in little coffins. I love it. Yes, Diane. We may morph a lot in many groups. We may morph a lot in many groups. Sherry, hi Sherry Van. Wake up, wake up. Did somebody say treehouse? Yeah, I think Beth Schuler said it right at the very beginning. I think that's one of the first things she said was a treehouse. And then Joe, her hubby, said outhouse and jail. They're really coming up with some creative houses. Welcome in, Sherry. Angie says, Arlene and Joyce, we are to get snow tomorrow. Make sure you all have milk and bread. Okay. They're saying hello to Sherry. Arlene says, Mary, brother would be a good way to use a lot of red. Oh, brothel, not brother. The brothel would be a good way to use a lot of red. It really would, wouldn't it? red and velvet. A tent house, we got that one. Uh, um, all treatments are done, Cheryl says. Oh, that I'm so good. I'm so glad to hear that, Cheryl. I'm really hoping that old cancer leaves you alone now. How about a movie theater? A movie or a theater? We're into the towns a little bit away from the homes, but it's all community, it's all shelters, it's all it's where we congregate. Yes, Sherry, prayers to you. What did Sherry say? Wonderful, Cheryl. Are you going through a health issue, Sherry, that I missed? I don't see it on here. You just woke up. German beer house. Bat. Oh, bat house. We've got a what did we call that? Well, I'm going to write it down. Wait, a bat house. There are bat houses. They put them out on fence posts, and they're kind of square type things with also a squirrel house too. German beer house. German beer house. A bar. Got a saloon. I've got saloon/bar. Kind of different depending on whether it's old western or a bar into our time and place. A service station. Well, did I put gas station? I got gas station. So service station. Kind of the same thing. Sorority house. Sorority house. That'll work. We could put these little brainy ladies out in front of it. That would be us. Sorority house. We've got library. We've got schoolhouse. I suppose you could put some college buildings, but how about a Greek or Roman structures? I've got adobe. I'm trying to think Italian too. What would an Italian? They are, what are they called in Italy? Their homes. They're made out of stucco. Stucco house. It's different than an adobe house. Adobe is more, it's very similar. Adobe's more mud and stucco is more of a prepared, I want to say plaster, but it's not plaster. A psych ward. That's in the hospital. You're thinking of one of those, what do they call it when, a sanitarium? A sanitarium? You think of like the 1920s and 30s when they didn't have mental health, probably even like in the 1890s or even the 1850s. They had sanitariums where they put people that they thought were mentally ill. And I'm going to misspell it. Oh, and of course there's the rest homes, the retirement or rest homes, which could be all the way from simple to city to where the rich people would live, very nice ones, retirement homes. We're almost at 100. We're at number 92, if I numbered right. Sometimes I missed it on 30. I went from 30 to 40 to 30 again, and I had to renumber at 50. I went 49, 30, thinking my 5 was a 3. I do that a lot in my scribbling. Sorority house, psych ward. It's not weird. It's really like sanitarium. I don't think it's weird. It's a part of our history. And I suppose the psych wards today are probably like mental health facilities or yeah, probably more hospital associated type thing. How about a veterans home? Veterans homes, thinking of my brother, where my brother goes up to the VA for locally here in Nebraska. They have a veterans hospital, but they had this veterans home area, and they all had it like screened in porches and you know, eventually they had to close them all down. I don't know why they just didn't remodel them, but now they're doing some type of construction in there. I don't know if they're going to make new. I thought that they moved the veterans homes to a new, over to Kearney instead of Grand Island in Nebraska. So I don't know what they're doing with it, but it's so sad to see those veterans homes being well, I hope they remodel and they haven't torn them all down yet, but they're working on it. I only see it when my brother goes up there. Mental health hospital, yeah. Let's see, Sherry Van saying hello. Schoolhouse, I got schoolhouse. Oh, thrift store. We don't have thrift store. How can we miss a thrift store? And that includes Goodwill. But I'll probably put a little thrift store, kind of like the antique store, but more thrifty. A bathhouse. We got the bathhouse with the beach bath. Where did I put that? Outhouse, house of cars. I got it here someplace. Kimberly said it were her beach box, but I can put in parentheses a bathhouse. A cuckoo clock repair house. A glass house. I've never seen a cuckoo clock repair house. You could call it like in a store where they have all the clocks and everything. Let's see, what was I writing? A glass house. Are you saying we're going cuckoo here, Jacqueline? Hi, Rhonda. Good morning. Oh, it's good to see you, lady. Are you staying warm up there in Michigan? It's a -8 here. Rhonda is Jinx, for those of you that don't know Rhonda. She usually peeks in on my but she usually is an early bird. A hot house. I have to think what a hot house would look like. A hot house meaning like a sauna. Arlene said she'd be right back. A smokehouse. Oh, I guess we could include that too, for like your meats and hanging up your meats and everything. We're at 97. A sod house. I got sod house. I think that was one of the things, or I should have it. Yeah, it was number 4, because that little town where my parents lived when they were still alive, it had a replica of a sod house. So that was actually after English Cottage. Let's see what else. Courthouse. We don't have courthouse. Who's saying all of these? Beth Schuler? A courthouse. A bunkhouse. For like on a ranch style bunkhouse. Beth, you have your thinking cap on. This is a nice list. Oh, the White House. Of course. How can we miss the White House? And along with that, we have to put some Capitol building, kind of a standard Capitol with the dome and the... It won't be the same in all the states. A Capitol building. That was 100. We're going to 101 here. We'll keep going until you guys... we got brick house. Cheryl said, I just was wondering. Beth, are you going to start making houses? You could draw them. You don't have to construct them if you don't want to do it like this. It would be fun to do a little journal of houses, wouldn't it? And you know, I did do a little zine of different houses. And, gosh, I probably still have those in my zine, my big old round zine. It was made for me by Jen Glines, and it was a card journal that she made into, or an envelope journal, I think. She made it into a zine. And I put them in, and I put them in, and I put them in, and I put them in till it went completely round. What, do we have a post office? I don't think we have the post office yet. A post office? And I'm thinking the old style post office. I'm not thinking a modern one. I'm thinking one in a like you would see in the 30s or 40s, something like that. Kimberly says, Rhonda, it's good to see you. A brick house, we got that. Cobbler, we've got that. An eternal Joanne to live in infamy. Are they closing the Joannes around you, Jacqueline? They'll probably close the one in Lincoln. They might, if they have one in Omaha, they might keep it open. They closed the one in Grand Island. Of course, they kind of closed that, not because of the bankruptcy stuff, but they closed it because somebody bought the mall out and they're converting it. They're converting it into a downgraded mall, if you ask me. They're going to have a Target store, and the Best Buy is still there, but they had a Von Maur store and Sears, all of those, JCPenney, all of those stores closed. And so some conglomerate bought the mall and kicked everybody out except for Best Buy. Best Buy is still there. And they're going to put in a Target and probably a couple of other stores. Colleen made a house journal a while back. Oh, she did? Yeah, can somebody tell me the story behind Colleen, why she's not going to be streaming? Is she having health issues? I mean, you don't have to tell me anything personal, but I saw her post on Facebook that she's not going to be streaming with Kathy. And I'm sure it's not a relationship issue. I'm sure it's probably some other issue. Is she moving, or does she have health issues? Or you don't have to tell me what, but is there something I can pray for her for? Rhonda says, Meri, it's freezing here. She's been going through some tough times. Oh, Rhonda. I'm putting you on my prayer list, lady. She's been going through some tough times, but she's thinking positive. I hope all is going well with you. So far, it's going pretty good. I'm not You know, I look around me and so many people are, like Goldie is having surgery today. Angie had surgery on her eyes. You know, there's so much going on that, you know, my little aches and pains, they still hurt. I'm kind of having a problem with neuropathy on my toes, and I'm trying to look up foods that are good to eat for neuropathy. I didn't realize that there are some foods that are better for it, and exercises. And I don't want to get into taking meds and all of that, so I do the neuropathy exercises on my toes. A hot house, a type of greenhouse. We've got that. Kimberly says she's sending you love, Rhonda. A dollhouse? We don't have the dollhouse. We have to have a dollhouse. Not a ball house, a dollhouse. A dollhouse? Yes. Good suggestion. Sherry Van? Angie says she's off to the doctor. See you all later. Best wishes, Angie. Take care. A fish ice house for brother. Oh, yeah, fishing. Fishing. I'm going to put a fish ice house. Kind of a lake on a lake type thing. I can visualize it. I don't know what to call it. Fish ice house. He would like that. Let's see. Hope all goes well, Arlene says. Have a good appointment, Angie. A toy store. We don't have that either. A toy store? Kind of have department store, but a toy store like Toys R Us. Rhonda says, it's nice to see you, Kimberly. Mine are all closing. All the Joann's are closing. Yeah. Arlene said their Joann's closed 2 years ago. I think ours closed around that time too. Now, I had a problem with their coupons, but I didn't mind shopping there. What I liked about Joann's, I could go in and get the Somerset magazines. I don't understand why I can go to Walmart, I can buy What Women Create and Where Women Create, but I can't buy a Somerset or an art journal, a Somerset Studio or an art journal. I don't know if they're just unaware of that, but you know, it's nice to see people's studio. Oh, art studio. A studio, an art studio. We have an art studio and a gallery. How can we leave those off the list? A gallery. Can't leave those off the list. But I don't understand, because I don't understand where the interest would be in this area for art, for the Where Women Create magazine. But they carry it. But I can still get the Victoria magazine at Walmart, and I can still get the Mary Jane magazine at Walmart. But their magazines selection went from, you know, a lot of magazines to like, they condensed their offering of women's magazines. It really, and at the grocery stores, you know how these had the end caps all filled with magazines? Generally, all the grocery stores quit carrying magazines in our area. I'm going, I don't know if they just become expensive, but they sell other expensive stuff. Brenda, good morning, Brenda. Ashford, welcome in. Yeah, Rhonda says it's sad to see them close. We're talking about Joann's. They had a nice selection of fabric if you could afford it. Yeah. Brenda says, I haven't seen the Joann's I go in over a year. I'm not sure if it's still there. Bye, Angie. Be careful out there. Best wishes at the doctor. Let's see. Dar said, not health related. Meri, ask Dee Dee. Ask Dee Dee what? About privately. What am I asking Dee Dee about? Oh, about choline? Okay, I will. I will. I don't know if Dee Dee will tell me. She doesn't really like to spread news about other people, but it's okay. We'll just assume that it's a private issue. I may not ask Dee Dee. I might just. I thought it might be a moving. You know, some people quit streaming if they're making a move or something like that. If it's a private issue, I'm not sure I want to know. A vitamin D3 deficiency can cause neuropathy, Meri. Yes. And the vitamin Bs too, I think. B and D. Vitamin D's, I think you can get through the sunshine. And I have noticed I haven't been doing the yard work because that boy has been coming over and mowing. And I haven't last summer I did not get outside as much. And I think that affects my mood, I can tell you that. So I hate to let him down because I like the kid, but I'm going to tell him this year that I'm going to do my own mowing, and I need the exercise. I need to get out and work in the yard. An arcade. I see all those pinball machines in an arcade. A casino. We'll make that two separate things. A casino. Jacqueline's got her thinking cap on. This list book looks like it should go in your society-wide dip, doesn't it? Yes, it does. And we are on, I started out over here, and I went from here to, I think I'll have to put it this way now because I started in here, and then I'm not sure how I'm going to I might have to write it on different paper, or I might just put it in as in a pocket type thing, like so. Because I didn't write it to make sense. Let's see, if I do it this way, though, it might. Oh, wait, if I fold it here. Okay. No. If I do it like two sheets like this, it will. But I'll probably, well, no, I folded it wrong. No. Yeah. I'll probably just have to fold it like I wrote it. Like that. Because I didn't pay attention to flipping that. I didn't dream that we would get to 110. I got Art Studio. I got Art Studio. Right here, Art Studio. They're saying bye to Angie. Let's see. Hi, Sylvia. Did I say hello to you? I got church and cathedral. We got castle. Good morning, Sylvia. Maybe Somerset don't want to be in Walmart. That could be. That could be because the What Women Create and Where Women Create, is What Women Create still published by? I think they broke off from Somerset. What Women Create and Where Women Create are not published in by Somerset anymore. I think they're published by other publishers. But I used to be able to get I always got the Piecework magazine, which is a needlework magazine. I get that at our local quilt store, our little quilting shop. And I need to drop in there Friday. I think I might have to go kind of early because I need to go to the bank and the post office and all of that. I better plan on going in the morning. How about a beehive? How about beehives? As long as we're covering the animals, beehives and bird nests, because they're shelters for animals. Bird nests. They're kind of bird homes. Of course, now you can really go to town on animal houses. I have tree house. You want a tree house? Yeah, I think Beth Schuler said that early on when she came in. She said, I want a tree house. I think that was Beth Schuler's suggestion. Cheryl's here. They're saying hello, hello, hello. Did Lala pop in? Hi, Lala. Good morning, Lala. It's good to see you. Welcome in. Lala says, may I ask for positive vibes or blessed prayers? Please and thank you. I tested positive for colon cancer. Oh, my goodness. Absolutely, Lala. Sending you hugs and prayers. It's scary. It's scary, isn't it? Absolutely, Lala. Thank you. A monastery. A monastery. Who said that? Jacqueline. Jacqueline and Beth have their thinking caps on this morning. Can't you see the nuns and the monks walking around in a monastery? Kimberly says, oh, Lala, that hurts my heart. Yes, of course, prayers and love to you. Yes, we're sending out all sorts of prayers and positive vibes to you, Lala. What is for colon cancer, how do they treat that? I'm in the ignorant zone there. Do they treat that with radiation too? How do they treat colon cancer? Hi, Aristi. Aristi, hello. Aristi is from Greece. Hello, hello, hello. We haven't seen you in a coon's age. What kind of houses do they have over in Greece, Aristi? Present or past? We're making a list of houses this morning. That might be all I get done because I'm getting kind of tired. I was up late last night. Even after I streamed for the membership stream last night, but even after I closed off around 10:30, maybe a little after 10:30, but then I couldn't sleep. Aristi, it is so good to see you. Aristi says, how are you, Meri? I'm doing fine, actually. I hear of all the health issues and eye surgeries and face surgeries and colon cancer and all of this going around me. I have nothing to complain about. Like I said, I've got a little neuropathy in my toes. I got a little toe trouble. But I exercise it and I think I need to check my vitamins. Maybe I need to start taking, I don't really take a vitamin. I don't take much medication at all. I took some medication when I had my cataract removed, but and when I had that bout with my kidneys. And when I had that bout with my kidneys, I think I passed a kidney stone, but boy, I changed my diet fast. I quit eating red meat. I cut down on the sweets. I still eat sweets, and I will eat red meat if we go out and my brother wants to go to Arby's or have a hamburger, but that's not very often. You can have it every now and then. You just can't eat it every day like my brother does. Positive vibes for a safe day, Brenda. Brenda says, I have to take our tax stuff to our accountant later. I may make a big circle in my driving and go to Joann's, Hobby Lobby, and Books A Million, only 92 miles out of the way. Well, just be safe out there. I don't know what the winter driving is in your area, but I would not go out on the roads yesterday. I would not go out today either. I canceled my brother's doctor appointment, which was for tomorrow. Next week's going to be nice. You know, why, if you don't have to go out, why risk your life? The snow, you'll be dead and the snow will melt. That's my attitude toward winter driving. What is she writing? I'm writing a list of houses. It started out, Aristi, I've been making these little, what are called putz houses. I got that, Kimberly says, blame Pinterest, but I blame Kimberly. She came in one morning in December, one of my streams, and said, I'm making putz houses. I'm off to make my putz house. I'm going, what's a putz house? And so after, she told me, but then I looked it up after the stream, and there are these little German creations out of paper and cardboard. This, we're calling a chalet now. And I made an arboretum, and I'm working on an English cottage here. This is what I got done so far this morning. I got it out of the pack. But we're making a list of different houses, and boy, you guys are really coming up. Chalet, arboretum, English cottage, sod house, log cabin, townhouse, teepee, igloo, tree house, condo, apartment, barn house, Hawaiian hut, a tiki, earthship house. I'm thinking like of the Flintstones. Brownstone, colonial, double-sided wide trailer, an Airstream, A-frame, farmhouse, tiny houses, Victorian house, a Queen Anne, a bungalow, and I got Cassell, C-A-S-S-E-L. I'm not sure what that is. I'll have to look it up. A C bookhouse, a C, what's that? C bathhouse? C something house. A container. Oh, box house. A C box house is a container house. Our house, meaning the house I'm living in now, and my childhood homes. A homestead, a yurt. And Becky said a yurt is a portable house that's used all over the world. An adobe. And then I was thinking what, here I put Japanese and Chinese. I want to research those more. And I got Castillo, but I think that's supposed to be castle. So I think 33 and 35 are the same. A pagoda, a library. We're not done. We're only on 37. A general store, a grocery, a schoolhouse, a jailhouse, a house of cards, gas station or service station, a barn, an outhouse. Courtesy of Beth's Joe. And he said a jail, too. He said jail and outhouse. It gives me the giggles. A quilt store, and I put an LNS, was your local needlework shop. An antique store, a birdhouse, a homeless shelter, a food pantry, a cobbler shop, a garage house, a garage, and I put home. Garage, I think it's, I'm not sure. Oh, a garage meaning like you're attached, a garage that's attached to your house. Not a service station garage, but, you know, like a garage you park your car in. A gazebo, a doghouse, a hen house, a church or cathedral. A greenhouse, a she shed, a train station, a planetarium, a bus station, an RV, an animal shelter, a mansion, a camper, a camping tent, a boathouse, a house on stilts. You know, I'm thinking of over in Africa where they put their houses on, maybe in the Everglades too. They put their home above the water. A putz house, a cat house, a diner, an ice house, a beach box house. And I got something written there. I'll have to go back and... Kimberly said it's a bathhouse. A bathhouse. A beach box is a bathhouse. That like on the I'm thinking of those like 1920s and 30s where they put up those little striped beach tents where the ladies would go in and change into their swimming suit. They wouldn't wear the swimming suit. And even their swimming suits were longer affairs. They weren't bikinis. But they would go down to the beach in their street clothes and then change in the beach hut or the beach house. A firehouse, a gingerbread house, a brothel. I got brothel. A brothel. A guest house, a bed and breakfast. Little boxes on the hillside, little boxes made of ticky-tacky. Little boxes on the hillside, little boxes, all the same. There's a green one and a pink one and a blue one and a yellow one. Oh, we're not done yet. A double-wide trailer, an Airstream, an A-frame, a farmhouse. Tiny houses, a Victorian. Did I read these? A bungalow. I think I read these. I think this is, again, meant to be castle. I think that's meant to be castle. I think I read these wrong. I think I'm done with this list. I'm not done, though. Coffee house. I think that's a beer house. B-E-I-R. Jacqueline. A saloon or bar. A roadhouse, like a restaurant. A mortuary with little coffins. A movie theater, a bat house, a German beer house, a sorority house, a stucco house, a sanitarium, a rest retirement home, a veterans home, a thrift store, a glass house, a hot house, like a sauna, or this gets to be like a greenhouse again, but I put a sauna, a smokehouse, courthouse, bunkhouse, the White House and Capitol buildings, and bringing up the list here is a post office, a dollhouse, a fish ice house, a toy store, an art studio, a gallery, an arcade, a casino, beehives, a bird nest, and a monastery, which is spelled wrong. Let's see. Lala says she's a breast cancer survivor, but I don't want to start all that again. I don't blame you. Oh, your son, Becky's son, Greg, is homesick today. Oh, I hope he gets better, Becky. Take good care of him. Let's see what else is going on out there. Sending prayers, Lala. Rhonda says, my husband was just diagnosed with cancer, and I totally understand. We're keeping you in our prayers too, Rhonda. She's going through some rough times. Let's just keep, some of these rough times are private, like maybe with Colleen, but still we can say, God, you know what's going on. Please send blessings. Sherry says, not selfish, Lala, it's prayers for you. Lala says, I don't know about the treatment. I only know that it's the worst one that you can get from what I've been told by the oncologist. Really? They remove the damaged part with surgery. Oh, really? Is that what they do, Aristi? They have surgery? Becky says she's in bed by 9:30 anymore. 9:30 Eastern time at night. Well, that's good, Becky. I'm glad you're getting your rest. I wish I could, when I do go to sleep early, you know, sometimes I'm really tired and I do fall asleep like at 10:30 or so, which is early for me. I wake up at like 2:30 and I'm up, you know. It doesn't help me to go to bed early because I just wake up all the earlier. When I go to bed late, sometimes I don't get tired until 3 o'clock in the morning when I'm about wanting to get up. And I don't know, it's just wacky. You can't do late nights anymore. Yeah. Sending prayers, Lala. They're saying hello to Joyce and Brenda. Kidney stones come from sodas. That could very well be all that sugar. Kidney stones have a lot to do with your diet. Red meat and a lot of red meat. I dropped the red meat. I cut down on my salt. I'm eating a lot of greens and veggies. Well, greens, it depends on what stage your kidney, what stage of kidney, I want to say failure, but where you are in it. There's like 4 stages. And I think the higher stages, you kind of have to watch some of the greens. But they recommend cranberries. And I've cut out sodas, except for like when we go out for a hamburger or something, I'll have a soda. But I cut out soda simply because I won't pay that much for pop anymore. I mean, it can be like $2.50 almost for a 16-ounce bottle of pop. I won't pay that anymore. And you drink it down and it's gone. And if you drink what in a can of pop, I think they say there's a equivalent of 11 in a can of sugared pop. There's an equivalent of 11 teaspoons of sugar in that pop. And then when you drink the diet pop, you're getting like aspartame and all that other diet sugar that's not good for you. So, and I've been drinking my coffee. I limited my coffee to 1 cup a day. I'm starting to drink a lot of green tea, and I drink that sleepy time tea, green tea, decaffeinated teas. When I want coffee, I'll have after I've had my morning coffee. So I cut all that out. I cut out a lot of my half and half creamer, which probably has sugar in it. I don't buy that anymore because it's gotten so expensive. Lala says she needs a tea. Let's see, sweet dreams. Arlene says she's got to go. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed day, everybody. Let's see, today is Tuesday. So Kathy Berg will be on after me at 10 Eastern, 9 Central. And let's see, who else comes on Tuesday? Besides, I know Beth comes on later. Let's look at my list. My poor list. I need to make a list on this type of paper. Tuesdays, I have I can't even read my writing anymore. Beth Schuler, of course, at 6 p.m. Eastern. Kelly Rawson at 9 p.m. Eastern. I haven't heard from Stacy Catitude for the last time I heard. She was planning on coming back. I don't know if she still streams in the mornings. Let's see who else on Tuesday. That's Thursday. Kathy Berg, Beth, oh, Dusty Unicorn. I got her at 10 a.m. Tuesday and Thursday, 10 a.m. Pacific. So it'd be like 12 here. That's all I have on Tuesdays. Are kind of an interesting day. But I stream in the morning, so I'm not going to stream in the afternoon too. Around gazebo greenhouse. Yeah, I've got gazebo and I've got greenhouse. Let's see, what else is going on? Diane says that kidney stones are a buildup of uric acid in the kidneys. The same family as gout, magnesium is good for that. Oh, really? Magnesium? Well, I really I've changed my diet a lot. I cut down on, I still eat, I have to have some salt. Your daily salt allowance is like a teaspoon of salt. And in that maximum, a teaspoon of salt or less. I think it's like 1,500, is it milligrams or grams? I can't remember, of salt. You have to have some salt in your body, but we have a lot of salt in our foods. I've cut out a lot of processed foods. And when I say cut out, I still have some things, but I just don't eat it daily anymore. Like yesterday, my lunch was steamed cauliflower with orange pepper. I had an orange, not the red pepper, but the yellow orangey one. And I cut that up and I steamed it. And that filled me up. I ate it maybe around 1:30 in the afternoon, around that time. And I wasn't hungry till later at night. I had some popcorn. And yes, I put salt on it. I can't eat I cut out the butter on the popcorn, but I still have to have salt on my popcorn. And I started buying the Orville Redenbacher popcorn just simply because I think the quality is there. The other popcorn, I used to get Jolly Time, but I had so many unpopped kernels and little kernels of popcorn. They didn't puff up fluffy and nice like Orville Redenbacher does. So I paid just a little bit more. And I don't buy as many chips as I used to. I eat a lot of popcorn instead. Let's see, Brenda says, I've decided that the drive isn't worth it. It's 20 miles to the accountant and 20 miles back. There's a good pizza place there, and I'm going to treat myself to that and come home. Okay. And that's probably a wise thing to do anyway, isn't it? You'll save some money. Let's see, what else? Cheryl says, take care. Lala says, we have houses on stilts in the city. Oh, really? Well, you're down in Florida, aren't you? Oh, that's interesting, Lala. I didn't realize that. A craft chat, Brittany says. We've got a she shed. We could put a craft shack. We've got a she shed. Where did I write? Becky said she shed. Where did I write that? Gosh, she said it. I know I wrote it down. She said, and I'm going to put parentheses craft chat. That kind of goes around with, you think of a greenhouse, but also a potting shed. I'm going to put a potting shed, which really isn't a greenhouse per se. It's where my potting shed is the brick, as you go down the steps, the little brick, they're not railings, but the little brick railings down the front step porch. Potting shed. I push the wheelbarrow I put dirt, packages of dirt, that I get at the farm store, or I haven't recently. Last year I bought all potted plants, hanging plants. I didn't plant petunias and snapdragons and stuff like that in pots on the front porch. I bought a couple of ferns and I had those hanging on the front porch. I kind of cut down on, I do buy those miniature roses. I like to put miniature roses on the front porch. So I'll still do that, but I cut down a lot on my begonias and stuff. I still have the hanging plants. They're a little bit easier to take care of, and then at the end of the season, they're ready to. They're just annuals. They're ready to be. They've lived their life. Brenda says, Craft Shack. That's my current wish. I got a check from the hospital from August surgery. The deductible I paid returned when the insurance paid more than estimated. Enough to get a shed moved in and electricity. Oh, that sounds cool, Brenda. She says, since childhood, I had 3 places I'd like to live in. A castle tower, a lighthouse. We don't have lighthouse. We have to put lighthouse on our list. A lighthouse. How did Beth Schuler miss a lighthouse? Maybe she said it and I missed it. Or a tree house. I got tent. I worked in as a beer wench, Diane says, in a castle restaurant back in the day. Meri, that is a song, Little Houses Made of Ticky-Tacky. It's on YouTube. Okay, I understood that. It's a song. Ticky-Tacky. Little Houses, Ticky-Tacky. Little Houses Made of Ticky-Tacky. It's a song and it's on YouTube. I'll go listen to it. I understood that. Let's see. Legia says she's finished getting ready and now she's got to bounce to run. She's got to go catch the bus. Have a great Tuesday morning, everybody, and I'll catch the replay. Bye. Goodbye, Legia. She's probably out the door. That's good just to sit and chat with you guys. Hi, Zen Jen. Good morning. She just now turned on the laptop for the day. Welcome in, Zen Jen. I love the sound of that. Zen Jen. Let's see. Brenda says messy. Or it would be Diane. My grandmother was a beer wrench in the saloons back in the Wild West. 1917 to 1922. West Texas. We found out after she passed away. Becky says, you gotta go. And she says, I gotta leave. I can't work out a problem, so I need to get off of here so my brain will engage. Becky's pretty sharp at working out problems, let me tell you. She straightens me out a lot. Bye, Becky. Have a great day. Aristi says, goodbye, Legia. Let's see, they're saying goodbye to Becky. Dar says, I have stage 3 kidney disease. It's scary. I have to drink 90 ounces of water every day. Yeah, I'm drinking that water too. I'm always running to the ladies' room. And I have to tell you, when I don't drink my water, or I don't go to the bathroom as often, I can tell a difference. My blood is a darker color. I mean, my urine is my urine is a darker color. And so when you drink a lot of water, it flushes out the kidneys. But boy, I'll tell you, it 90 ounces of water is a lot, and it also hydrates you though. We don't drink enough water here, I don't think, in the States. We need to drink more water. I'm always telling my brother to drink more water. He had a bout with he had to have a catheter put in not too long ago, and I was preaching at him to drink water, but that's all cured now. He's fine now, but drink water, drink water. And he says, I can't drink, I can't stomach anymore. But I actually like drinking a nice sip of water. As you can see, I drink it out of this quart jar, and you can see I'm down to this. I'm down to here. Now, this is, of course, this was from last night, but I'll fill it after the stream. I think this is probably about 32. This is a quart jar. Isn't a quart 32 ounces? 16 ounces is 2 cups. 4 cups, I think, is, well, it's a quart. I drink about 4 of these a day. I didn't really take a measure, but that's about all I can get down in a day. Brenda says she cut soft drinks out in March of 2017. I had to cut out caffeine in March of 2016. I don't think I've completely cut caffeine out because I have to have my morning cup of coffee. But I cut down. I used to drink 3 or 4 cups of coffee in the morning, and I cut it down to 1 cup. Mostly because I wasn't sleeping, and I'm still not sleeping. My sleep cycle is weird. Sometimes I can go all night. And then sometimes I'm dead on my feet at 10, but then I wake up at 2. Let's see. Lala says, I cut meat, dairy, fish, seafood, eat less. I will eat some fish. I'll eat cod and halibut. I'll eat tilapia and salmon. But I won't eat catfish or all that other stuff. Carp and bullhead and bullhead. Ugh. My brother kind of, when he goes fishing now, he doesn't bring the fish home. He throws them back. Fried foods, etc. Now, fried foods, I will when we go out, if we stop at, like Arby's or Freddy's or someplace like that, I will have fries. But like I said, I don't eat them all the time. And I don't eat potatoes a lot. I eat vegetable soup, but I don't eat a lot of potatoes. I had onion soup the other day. It was really quite good. You use vitamin B. It does help with the neuropathy. Yeah, I think they recommended, I think it's like your vitamin Bs that you need to concentrate on with the neuropathy. I need to check into that more. I probably need to get on to but I have noticed, I don't think my neuropathy is that serious yet. I do feel it, but I've noticed like when I take a nice shower or exercise my feet, massage my feet, like I'll be watching TV or something, and I'll sit when there's an ad on, like these are my toes. When there's an ad, I'll curl my toes up and hold them real tight until that ad goes off, and then I relax them. And that actually feels good. It's that motion. And then there's the windshield washer motion too, and your calf muscles. Of course, this is you're not seeing it all. This is my hand. Say that's my calf, my leg, and these are my toes. When you do the tippy toe thing, the tippy toe, and then you rock back, I'll do those. There's a lot of exercises you can do for them. Sinjin says, hi Meri, she's catching up. How about a yurt for a house? Becky actually said that way back here. She said a yurt is a portable house used all over the world. So I did get that. I would like to know more about Japanese style houses and Chinese style houses, if you guys have any advice on those. Let's see, Brenda says, my mom and brother go through about 15 pounds of sugar a month. Wow. We use about 5 pounds a year. Wow, 15 pounds a month. That's an awful lot. There's about 1/4 a cup in the container. I bought the last bag in 2023. Well, good for you, cutting out all that sugar. Zenjin says, I have a strange condition. I'm supposed to take in a lot of salt. Oh, that's interesting. It's your body. It's how your body is processing things. Brenda says, we use about a box of salt a year. Yeah, I wouldn't say we use a box, but we don't buy a whole lot of, I mean, we might buy a couple boxes a year. I don't think a box would last us a year, but it isn't like every month we're getting a new box of salt. Lala, do you have to drink a ton of water? Yeah. St. Petersburg, Florida, across the bay from Tampa, Meri. Oh, I was in Tampa in the mid 90s. I had an interview in Dunedin with that company that did, at that time they were doing those TV ratings. You know, do you remember doing the TV ratings? They would hire people. I had an interview with that company down in Dunedin, which is around, well, it's not in Tampa, it's more around St. Petersburg, I think. But my plane landed in Tampa. And they put me up in a hotel that I looked out, my backyard was water. I'm going, well, that's different than mountains and prairie. There's a whole backyard of water out there. I don't know if I could take that. That was right at Christmas time. That interview happened in December. They had all their Christmas up, and it was all pink and white. It was really pretty. It was I enjoyed the interview. I didn't get the job, but that's a whole nother story. I moved on in my life to other things, but it was a nice trip. It was a nice experience. They flew me down there. I went. I came home. I remember flying on the plane because I flew from Denver. I was living out in Denver at that time, and I flew from Denver down to Tampa. And I remember looking out the airplane. I had a white wool coat, and I wore my wool coat because I was cold in Denver. But I can remember looking out the airplane window, and I could see the land below, and I could see where the snow ended, and I guess you could say the playing ground started. And by the time I landed in Tampa, I didn't need that wool coat anymore. But it rained. I think I was down there maybe a couple days, and every afternoon it rained. I have memories of Tampa. A grunge metal house. Aristi is talking here, getting into the house list. A grunge metal house. This would be more of an artistic thing. Grunge metal house. Like, I'm thinking of like steampunk type thing. We'll have to look up and see what. Let's see. Lala says, yes, Dar, I also eat almost strictly vegan diet. Helps now too. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm strictly vegan, but boy, I'll tell you, I've cut down on the meats, and like I used to love bacon, and every now and then I like to have a bacon tomato sandwich, but I don't eat it. I don't eat it a lot. Roast beef. We used to have roast beef quite a bit. I don't think my brother he doesn't make it for himself. He likes to have a steak. He'll eat hamburger and sausage and Polish sausage and bacon and all of his meats that he likes to eat. He eats pork and I haven't seen him make pork chops. I could probably have some pork with white meat. Chicken, he likes chicken. He'll have that. I don't care for chicken myself. He likes turkey legs. I'll eat salmon. He makes salmon. He'll have, when he buys salmon and makes salmon for himself, he makes enough for me. And the tilapia, I'll eat tilapia, the white fish. The driving, Brenda says the driving wears her out. Yeah. It wears us out too anymore. When we go, like when my brother has a doctor appointment and we go up there, by the time we get home, I'm exhausted. I don't like to go shopping on Fridays anymore, and I'm going to this Friday. I'm going to go to that law firm and pick up. And if you guys check out my post, you might have seen it. I posted a post. There's a law firm here locally that's giving away old law books. And if you guys want one, let me know, because I can take the pages out and I can just mail you the cover if you want it, or I can take out most of the pages and leave a few in. You know, law books are all text. There's no pictures in them, but the covers are nice. They'll make some nice journals. So if you're interested, let me know. I'm going Friday. And I'm going to try to live stream. I don't know if I can. I may or may not. If I pop on, it'll be between 1:30 or 2. And it may be just kind of showing you what's available and seeing if there's any interest. I probably won't be on for a long time. I'll probably have to set the phone down. So, and in the picture that I posted on the bottom row, there's some, they look turquoise on the picture. They look teal, but they're actually green, the lady said. And she said those are not available. So, but I think there might be some more, because I saw another picture, but I don't want to put my foot in my mouth because they may not be available either. But if you're interested, and if you want them for the cover, which is really kind of what I want them for, or to art journal, I may take out, you know, pages and leave pages in and gesso and that type of thing to make journals. I hate to tell the attorneys, but they must be retiring, or maybe they're just, you know, law books now are all computerized. It's all computerized now. But all those law books had to cost a fortune when they bought them. Of course, they probably wrote it off, but... And there is some other interest. I don't know what's going to be available when I get up there. I was going to go yesterday, but I didn't want to be out on the road. It snowed here, and I don't like to drive if I don't have to. It's not worth risking your life for a law book. Lala says, Dar, go online and look up the Kidney Foundation. There's a lot of, yeah, I've researched that one too. There's a lot of good information with the Kidney Foundation. Let's see. Lala says, Dar, and look up the Kidney Foundation. There's a okay. Dar says, Lala, I've been strict vegan for 20 years. Not for my diet. I just do it for the animals. Yeah. I can't. There's some meats that I cringe when I eat it. Yeah, I got yurt. Let's see. Zenjin quote. Lala says, positivity is contagious. Be a carrier. Aww. Dar says, thank you, Lala. I used to work in a kidney transplant center at a hospital. Oh, Dar, that's interesting. Wow, that is interesting. Yeah, somebody here recently, I'm not sure who it was, but one of our group had a kidney transplant, I think, in the last year or so. I'm not sure who that was. I'm trying to take care of mine. They actually, when I had that incident last year, they recommended me getting, the nurse did. The gynecologist didn't think it was necessary. He think I just passed a kidney stone. But I take care of my diet, because I did all that research on kidneys because it scared me. And I changed my diet real fast. But I lost my train of thought. Oh, I was talking about the nurse at the emergency. My brother took me in because it really took me down, and it scared my brother, and he took me into the emergency room. This was October of, not last year, I think it was the year before last. I'd have to check. I don't even remember if it was I don't think it was last year. No, it was the year before last, I'm pretty sure. But he took me into the emergency room, and the nurse, who was, the main nurse there, they did a they did the MRI. They put me in that machine. It was not a bad thing. They just had me on a gurney, and they didn't put anything around me. It was kind of like a U-shaped, a curve-shaped thing. It was like a tunnel, and they put me in there and did some clicking and pulled me out again. I've never gone through that before. It didn't hurt. And but the nurse said that she recommended that I get a hysterectomy, and that scared me. I mean, I don't need my uterus anymore, but I just that surgery and all of that, and they recommended that I go to a gynecologist, and the gynecologist didn't think it was necessary. So I've just been taking care of myself the best I can. I don't take any medications or anything. It's not necessary. There's some types of medication and they gave me some medication when I went to the emergency room, and when I picked it up, and I picked up all those sheets with it that in case of don't use this, but this could be harmful, this could be fatal, and I read all the bad stuff, and I just said, I'm not taking it. I wasn't in that much pain. And a couple of it, they said, just take if you're in pain. So I don't take any medication. Every now and then I get a headache, and I'll take a Tylenol, but not very often. I don't take anything. All right, what else are we talking about out there? My daughter says I have a bottle of water attached to my arm. I drink 90 to 100 ounces of water a day. That's a good thing. Your left kidney likes to make stones. The more I drink, the fewer stones I have. Yeah, it flushes them all out. I got Pagoda. Let's see. I'm happy for people like us who are empathetic. Yeah. Lala says she only uses raw honey. Well, that's interesting. I got Tea House. No, do I have Tea House? I don't think I have Tea House. Tea House. That's a good one. Tea House. I don't think I have that. Yeah, the Nelson ratings. Yes. That's where I interviewed many years ago. Gosh, that was in the mid-90s. So that was 10, 20, almost 30 years ago. I was young. I was young and smart back then. I thought I knew everything. Well, I did know quite a bit back then, but the world changed so much in the computer world. And I still hold it against my bosses that it was hard if you were a programmer on a mainframe. Very few of the managers would let you take the up and coming fourth generation languages. They kind of boxed you into the mainframe languages, and I hold them responsible for that, because they really quelched. I know for myself, I wanted to learn C++ and C and a lot of these up and coming. I don't know what it is now because I'm out of it, but I wanted to learn a lot of that. And they really, even though these quotes companies, you'd interview for a company and they say, we have training, we have education, but try to get some of this stuff. I wanted a lot of DB2 database training. It was very, very hard to get. I think I had one class toward the end of my time at an insurance company, but one class isn't gonna do you. It's kind of a, what do I say, a false benefit. They want to take a typing class or a Microsoft Word class or an Excel class. That's their concept of training. I have an opinion on that. I'm out of it now, so I'm moved on. A Quonset hut. Yeah, kind of. You kind of see those. You kind of see those more I've seen Quonset converted into grocery stores and stuff like that. If we're thinking of the same thing, the round type metal building. They use those a lot for storage on the farms. Zen says she has to run. Have a great day, Zen. Take care, and thanks for popping in. Come back again soon. It's good to see a lot of you that I haven't really stopped to chat with people much. We chatted all day today. I didn't get any art done. But that's okay. This has been a chat. Sylvia says traditional Japanese houses were referred to as minka, M-I-N-K-A, known for the tatami floors. I'm going to write that down. Yeah, I know they sat on pillows on the floor, but I knew that they had these sliding doors. Where's my Japanese reference here? Japanese. Minka and what did you say? Tatami floors? T-A-T-A-M-I. T-A-T-A-M-I floors. They had didn't they have a lot of screens, the Japanese? I in my mind. But what about the Chinese houses? What were they? And I'm talking about not a palace or anything. Like, were they straw huts with a straw roof? I'm visualizing a round house with a straw roof, but that might be more in Africa than China. I'm going to have to look into some books. They're saying bye to Jen. Hacienda! Hacienda! We got to get that. Hacienda, we don't have that one. Sylvia has her thinking cap on. Hacienda. Mexican, huh? Mexico. Mexican. We're up to 119. I'll never get 119 done in a year. I'll be lucky if I get 12 done. A villa is traditional Italian. A villa meaning like, because I just watched this movie about a young girl who, well, she's in her 20s or 30s. She bought an Italian villa and converted it. They eventually converted it into a cooking school. Did I watch that on Amazon or Prime? I can't remember. So I have an idea of what a villa looks like, but I didn't know what it was called. Finca, F-I-N-C-A, is a house, is in Spain, Lala says. Translate to a state or farmhouse. Finca, Spanish. I'll have to look it up. Spain. To see. We are on 122 on our house list. Dee Dee would be very proud of us. Our fibs are contagious carriers for positivity and kindness. Aww. And you are a serious carrier, Lala, of kindness and positivity. Lala leaves all these quotes on my comments on my videos. I always read your quotes. Or Masia, M-A-S-I-A. M-A-S-I-A. Spanish. I'll have to look that up. Quonset hut, adobe, or tent. I got all of those, Brenda. I got the adobe and I have the tent, and I wrote down Quonset. Finca is what my Spanish father referred to our home as. Family was Spanish with Italian roots. We are great cooks, and we are loud. I'll bet you're a hoot to be around your family when you get together. Lala says, Sylvia, I thought of Finca above too. Diane says, I only drink water and 2 cups of tea per day. Yeah, I do have tea, but it isn't like I drink 10 cups of it. Like I'll have my coffee and that will last me. Like this morning, I made coffee when I got up this morning, but I probably still have a half cup left out there on and sometimes I don't finish it. Sometimes I do, but if I don't finish it, I feed it to my marigolds. I said, would you like the rest of my coffee? And my marigolds I have in containers on the west window. And they seem to like it. It's Starbucks. And then if I want tea, I'll drink. I have green tea and that sleepy time tea. Now I have other teas out there, but I haven't been drinking them. I had a cup of pomegranate tea yesterday, but I'll make that probably around 1:30 or so, and that'll last me all afternoon. And then if I want something in the evening, I'll have another cup of tea. But I go for that sleepy time tea. It has chamomile in it, and decaffeinated, and it doesn't really put me to sleep, but at least I'm not drinking coffee. I used to work the night shift when I was going to school at the nursing home, and when I was out of school, I worked the night shift, and I got started drinking coffee, maybe too much coffee to stay awake at 3 o'clock in the morning. Now it doesn't bother me, but to be awake at those hours, but yeah, and I'll tell you, when you're younger. All right, what else is going on out there? Quonset hut, adobe tent, Finca, let's see, Sylvia, I only drink water and tea. It's way too humid here, Lala says. Anyway, Meri, we get humid here in the summer, Lala. July and August are horrible heat here in Nebraska. And I'm so thankful. When I first came down here, my brother just had a window air conditioner, and it finally broke. And when it broke, he put in central air. So I'm comfortable in he's got central air downstairs. So that July, August, I'm indoors a lot, just like in the winter. I can't garden, and the weeds get really bad out there, which is why I put landscaping fabric down. So I'm hoping to contain the weeds this year. We'll see how it works. But I'm planting my garden. I'm planting my flowers. I'm planning, not planting. I'm planning what I want, but I better order them soon so I can get some seedlings started in late February, early March is when you want to, because it takes a couple weeks for those to get started. They germinate, and then when you plant them, you want them like about 3 to 4 inches tall. And Kimberly sent me some zinnia seed. I have it here. Kimberly, if you're listening, I haven't lost your zinnia seed. I'm reaching for it here. Oh, that's Cheryl's. Cheryl sent me some happy mail, and I have it out here. She sent me a rose cluster. I need to put that over with my other happy mail. Where's my zinnia seed? Right here. I have it. I haven't lost it. Kimberly says, plant this summer, zinnia seeds. So I'm going to buy some special dirt for it. Some nice dirt to put that zinnia seed in. I'm going to put this over with my other happy mail. Clear my desk off a little there. I've got a nice little stack of Happy Meals going over there, you guys. Thank you. This I think I got in Debbie Ham's. I think I got this from Pearl or Debbie. It's a needle book. Isn't that cool? It's an old needle book. It's faux leather. It's not real leather. But it says needle threader here. Needle threader. And probably a needle in there too. And then here's the threads. It's all white. White and black thread. It looks like a dark blue maybe. Kind of a cool thing. I put it over there. But I'm keeping those seed out for summer. All right. I'm just going to talk until 9 o'clock. Or I could at least let's at least, I put the tape on here. I was going to, and I got my tacky glue out, and that's where we got off on the list. At least I can put these together here and put them like this. Did I put that tape? I put it over here, so it goes over here. Let's at least tape. Let's do a little art. I'm going to tape and glue. And maybe I'll cut out the for my glue sticks, I end up using the back of a paintbrush. Well, here I've got a wooden dowel. Looks like it's been sharpened with a pencil sharpener. We'll use that as a glue stick. So I also want to, what did I do with it? I want to put this on the back. I have to figure out, well, let's put it together first. I have to figure out where I'm going to put the doors. And I'm going to build a chimney on one side. So I guess the door should go in the front. Yeah, let's grab some glue here. Put it right in here. And kind of on the edge, maybe, where the tape isn't. Uh-oh. Tape was holding on to my... So this is going to be the English cottage. And I had the crochet thread out. I thought I'd get my journal bound. That didn't happen. Uh-oh, did I put that on the wrong? No, it goes like this. So this was a cereal box. And I had to shorten it up because I didn't want a 7.5 inch long English cottage. I made it 5 inches. And that's long enough. Uh-oh. See, I need to let it stick here before I move stuff around. I should have done this and all of our jabberiness could have been drying. Let's turn this over. I'm going to have to clean my desktop. So now I want to put the cap on the glue. I want to figure out where I'm going to put my doors. And did I put my pencil away? I have a whole cup of pencils behind me, but I need to sharpen them. I'm going to put my pencil back in here. I did. So, it doesn't matter what I make the front and the back. So I'm going to pick one side for the door and the windows. Now, I'm not going to have a very high door, but On the picture that I looked at, they actually had two doors. They had a door, an old door that they weren't using, and then they had a door over here. I could put the door in the center and have windows here. I think that's what I'll do. So, let's line that up there. And let me just make a mark here. Well, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that an eraser on there? No. Let me get this. Well, 5.5 would be the center. So I might be okay there. So this is the center right here. So if I make my door, yeah, I'm on. 1, 2. Well, no. I don't want a 1/2 inch. Well, I want a 1/2 inch, but I don't want a 1/2 inch on each side. So right here and right here. That's wide enough for a door. And I guess I could do a ruler to make it look nice. It's not going to matter because I'm going to cut it anyway, but we'll make it maybe 3/4 of an inch tall. 10. 3/4 is pretty tall. Well, I'm going to make it 3/4. Up to there. And there. Whoops. And I'm going to hang a wreath on the door, and I'm going to have windows and a flower box. Now the windows, I was thinking about those. What I'd like to do with the windows, where's my paper? What I'd like to do with the windows, and I'm going to draw it big here. Let me move this up. What I'd like to do with the windows, and I'm just going to sketch it bigger, have it like this, kind of a longer window, and then I'm going to put, well, it'll have to have a frame around it, and it'll have to have a flower box, like that, and then I'm going to have those diagonals, which end up being diamonds, and I'm just going to make them real fast here, like this. And probably have a center frame in there too. And the ones I saw did not have a bar in it, but I've seen some of their windows in the pictures that just look like, and they'll have a bar here, a bar there, and a bar there. And they'll be kind of barred windows, but I like it like this. So I have a wooden frame around it, like that, and then have the flower box with all the flowers growing out of it. So I want that, something like that, got glue on my table, in here on each side. It's a cottage. So this is 5.5 inches, or 5 inches. The center point is here at 2 inches, 2.5 inches. Is that about, let's see, 2.5 inches to the center. Let me put that on there. So this is the center at 2.5. So my window's going to come lower because I'm going to have a roof. This is actually part of the wall, but that roof is going to come down 1/2 inch. So this from here to here is 2.5 inches. This is 2.5 inches, that's 5 inches. So from here to here is only 2 inches. So to center my window, Let's make 2 inches up here. If I can move this out of my way. We'll go on my diagram here. This is the center, and this is the door right here, and it goes up about 3/4 of an inch. I'm just going to sketch it in. About 3/4 of an inch up. The roof is going to come down there. I could have that door a little bit higher, I think. My window is going to have to be, because I've only got really 2 1/4 inches, which is 9 little squares. And if I just ignore this one, maybe that could be part of the doorway in there. I have 2 inches there. So if I have a 1/2 inch on each side, so that makes my window about 1 inch in length. So we're ignoring that 1/2 inch. So it would be right from here to right about here in length. Now in height, it's 2 inches up. I want a flower box, so I might have to move this up a little higher. My door could be fairly high, because we don't really want the window too high here. We want it kind of, but I have a flower box in here. Put my little flower box in there. I'm just kind of sketching here. And I'll probably have to have a little frame around it, like that. And then I want these diagonals. And maybe in here a frame. Diagonals like so. And on the this is a frame. And then diagonals over here. Or they look like diamonds when you're done. And then this would be framed. Yeah, and this is a thatched roof up here. And on the sides here, on the sides, I'm going to have a fireplace. Where's my, over here on one of these. I'm going to, this isn't going to come to a point. I'm going to kind of straighten this off. It's not going to come to a point. It's going to come to a flat edge. And I'm going to put a stone fireplace on one end. The other end, I'll probably put windows on the other end. So by the time I get my door and windows and have that roof come down in here, I'm styling it after a picture. What time is it? I got about 10 minutes. I'm styling it after a picture that I found online. See, is it in downloads? Export, where's my downloads? Oh, is it on this? It must be on my other. It must be on my other phone. I don't have the picture here. Well, I have downloads in here. Thought I had it in here. Let's go to my files. My files, downloads. Yeah, here they are. Let's find the one I'm styling this after. This one. Open with gallery. See, I'm styling my English cottage after this. And they don't have those windows with the crossbar, but other ones do. But these in here, these little piece angles there, when you see these are these. And I'm not doing 3, I'm only doing 2. probably these two here. And their windows are even with their door. So my door can come higher. And maybe what I need is a step in here. And yeah, I might have to, before I cut this out, figure out. And I don't think they have, yeah, they do have, I think that is a flower box there. Yeah, I think they do have flower boxes there. So I'm going to leave that in there, but they have bushes in here too. They have bushes in here. And this door has brick around it here. Little brick area there, but you can see, I can't figure out, let me swipe this. This, I can't figure out if that's brick or wood in here. And what I'm going to use on the back is this, which is kind of a textured, I'm going to put that on the back. But I was thinking I would cut stones to fit in here. And I want to do that before I paint everything. I'm going to paint it all white and grays. I want to style it. Let me go back to my other picture here. I want to style it after this one. That's going to be my English cottage, but it's not going to be that long. It's only going to be half as long. And see, they have a chimney here. They've got chimneys here and here. But if I do 2 chimneys, and I'm going to put a stone fireplace on the outside here. So I've got some others in there. Here's a door. Whoops, there's a window with the wind. And see, I was going to put these wooden things in here, but they really don't have that on that other house. But, whoops, I missed the... They've got a pretty little window box with flowers in there. So I'm kind of picking my style off of everything that I'm seeing. I just went to Unsplash and picked out, I think this window box needs to be smaller. So I'll do the same thing over here. I think I've got a 1/2 inch in on each side. So go a 1/2 inch here. And make this all the same height in here. And this is probably about a 1/2 inch now. So let me measure my sketch here. See what I have for height. So, well, I didn't go down a 1/2 inch. Did I go down a 1/2 inch? I did not go down a 1/2 inch. I went down, I wrote a 1/2 inch. But I actually went down 3/8 of an inch. So I'm going to erase. This is 3/8 of an inch in here. So I have another 1/8 of an inch here to here, which is a 1/2 inch. Well, a 1/2 inch plus an 1/8, which would be 5/8 of an inch. 5/8. I'm going to see if all of this adds up for me. 3/8 and 5/8. And then from here to the bottom of my flower box is an inch. No, an inch and a, well, actually, an inch and an 1/8. So there's my other 1/8. So that would be 9/8. Right? An inch and an 1/8 would be 9/8. And from whatever's left here. So that's 8, 9, 17 eighths would be 2 and 1/8. And this is 2 1/2. I'm missing another calculation in this. I'm missing this. So 2 and 1/8. 2 1/2 is 8 and 4/8. 12/8. 1 1/2, 2 1/2. 8 and 8 is 16 and 1/2 is, my head is calculating here. There are 4/8 in 1/2 inch. So there are 28 in 2 1/2 inches, right? 8 and 8 is 16 and 4 would be 20. So I need to make this come up to 20. So this would be 3/8 here. So we'd have another 3/8. So we have 8 and 9 is 17 and 3 is 28, which is 2 1/2 inches, which is what this is. So those are my measurements on here. Now I'm going in 1/2 inch here, and I'm going in, how wide did I make this? I think 1 1/4 inches, which would be, I'm going to do it in eighths rather than 1/2 inch is 4/8. 4/8, and this is 1 1/4 inch, which would be 8, 9, 10/8. And then what time is it? Oh, it's 3 minutes. This is the center point. I have to figure out how much this is and how wide I have this. That's where I'm at. I gotta quit. I'm figuring out the spacing of my window here. I've got it figured out this way, but not that way. And what I figure out here is going to be the same over here. It's going to be the same type of window situation. And this will be a thatched roof coming all down here. That'll be my thatched roof, like what's in my picture here. It's going to be look like that. And then over on the side here, I've got a couple minutes. On the side here, it's not going to come up to a point. It's going to come to a flat point, and then I'm going to have a chimney. And I'm just going to kind of put in a chimney type style here. I'll have to go look at one. And then the reason I'm doing all this figuring is I want to put in little bricks, stone bricks in here before I paint it out. Like little brick pieces in there. And I want to build up my chimney. And I'm going to do all of that on here. I'm going to cut out my door. I have to figure out what I want my door. And that's just for the front. On the back, this house looks like the back of the house is actually comes down lower than the front. The roof line comes down lower. So I'm going to have to figure out how much I want off of this for that roof to come down. And then I'll probably just have some windows. I don't know, maybe I'll have a door with a back, with plants around it, like a back door. I don't know. I haven't seen the back of a cottage. I've only seen the front. So that's where I'm at on this. I really enjoyed our chats this morning. We made this list of houses. This was so fun to do, you guys. I really appreciate. And what I do on this, when I do these, what I've historically done is put group list, because it credits you guys. I call it a group list. It isn't something I came up with by myself. And then I'll date it to, this is today, this 18th, 2/18/25. So let me come out and say goodbye to everybody. I've got 0 seconds left to say goodbye. I want to thank you guys for coming. Stick around for Kathy Berg is on next. So I'm going to hurry and say goodbye so Kathy can come on. Have a great day, everybody. Bye. I'm going to leave this out for my thumbnail. Maybe well, I can't. I'll just leave the list out like this. This will be my thumbnail. Thank you, guys. Have a great day. Stay warm. Stay healthy. Think of Godey in your prayers today. Bye.